We are live for the second leg of Inter Miami and LAFC to see who advances to the semifinals of the Concacaf Champions Cup. It's going to be an interesting night, obviously do or die for both of these teams. See who prevails and able to advance and play the winner of Vancouver and Pumas in the next round. And I'll be honest with you, these two teams are kind of hitting a rough spot. You see the LAFC has kind of been struggling all season long, not being their normal self. Inter Miami looked really good in the beginning, and they've really slowed down. Their momentum is halted. So it's going to be interesting to see who wins tonight, who's going to come out on top and play the winner of Vancouver and Pumas, because this is the best chance MLS has at making it to the Concacaf Champions Cup final, especially since LA Galaxy lost to Tigres last night 3-2. Also, Kevin De Bruyne rumors heating up to Inter Miami, which would be absolutely insane considering how good the team is already. It's going to be a very interesting night, and I'm excited to see what happens. I'm glad that you guys have joined me for the second leg of this game. Make sure you like the stream down below. It helps us out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share with a friend. Let's grow our audience as much as we can tonight. Let's have a party. Let's see who wins. Let's see what happens. Favi's going to swing by. Fabian Rankel is going to stop by at some point tonight. And Daniel Granada of the Battered Herons and Battered MLS is going to also try to swing by tonight. So that should be, we should have some interesting guests and takes and see what happens in this game tonight. But I want to ask you guys, who do you have winning tonight? Who do you think is going to win this match? What are your score predictions for Inter Miami and LAFC? I mean, honestly, I really don't know what's going to happen. I'll give a prediction, but this is kind of like uncharted territory because both these teams are just not playing their best right now. Now, Tadio Allende is back in the lineup for Inter Miami, which I think is going to help significantly. But we'll just have to see if that makes a difference. I think it will, but we'll see how big of a difference that makes going into this match. But when he plays, they're damn near unbeatable. Or they have been this year. Let's see. Juvenal says, Inter Miami favorite since Club America out if they beat LAFC, that is. Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second. Mr. Mister says, hi, Will. Appreciate you for stopping by, my friend. Juvenal says, KBD feeding Messi should be illegal. We'll talk about that. That would be insane to see a team like that in MLS. Benjamin says, biggest game till the moment. Biggest game till the moment. Are you saying biggest? Until they have a chance to win biggest game at the moment for sure. Miami 3-1. Benjamin says I have 2-0 Miami. Ian says Inter Miami win. And then Mr. Mister says 3-1 Miami. Jay says, yo, what's good? Jay, appreciate you for stopping by. This is interesting because Miami looked really bad against LAFC in leg one. And this is do or die. This is, I mean, like he said, this is the biggest game at the moment, right? Until the next one. This is the biggest game. If they lose, they go home. They have to get one goal to tie it because LAFC scored at home, obviously. So if they get one goal, it's tied on aggregate, and it would go to extra time and then penalties if it's not decided in extra time. But if LAFC score, then Miami has to score 3 goals in order to win this game. So if LAFC get a goal and it's 2-0, they'll have one away goal and then obviously one home goal. It's going to be a tall task for Inter Miami. They'd have to score 3 and hope LAFC doesn't score again in this game. So I would say that LAFC definitely have momentum in their favor right now. Away goals count, right? Yeah, they do count. Jay says that was not the Miami that's been playing. I think Allende is going to make a huge difference now that he's back in the starting lineup. He has been a great player for them this year, and I'm very excited to see how they play in this game now that he's back in the starting lineup. And we can look at these real quick, these starting 11s. Let's see. So Astari's back. Drake Callender played in their tie against Toronto this past week, and that was Drake Callender. I'm not a big fan. Jordi Alba, obviously, first choice left back. Noah Allen and Falcone, both playing very well at center back. Noah Allen has been a huge, huge surprise and a happy surprise for Inter Miami in 2025, playing very, very well. And just I'll be curious to see how much longer he can play at this level, but he's been good this year. Wingate is back at right back. I can't even tell you the last time he played. It's been a while since he's played. We'll see what kind of difference he can make. Redondo starts at the 6 instead of Busquets, which is an interesting lineup change. Redondo has kind of fallen out of favor. Yannick Bright, Busquets, and Segovia have been the 3 midfielders that have gotten the starts mostly this season. And so I'll be interested to see how he plays tonight. And obviously Messi and Suarez are both playing. We'll see how they're going to have a big game tonight. Messi and Suarez are going to have a big game. I'm going to say that Messi's going to have at least 2 goal contributions in order to win. He's going to have a goal and an assist, or 2 goals or 2 assists in order to win tonight. Bouanga plays on the left. Ordaz is up top. Scored the game. Well, the game-winning goal last week. A lot of people thought he should have been out of the game for the red card that wasn't called, and that was very obviously controversial. A lot of people were on the fence about, was it a red card, was it not? I don't know how you guys feel about that. I could see it either way, because there was an angle where he moved his arm and you couldn't see him make contact with his face. But when you kind of looked at it, I think was it Falcone? Yeah, it was Falcone. Like when he moved his arm, it looked like he hit his face. But then again, it's just really hard to tell at the angle. I was truly 50-50 on it, but he ended up scoring the winning goal. So, you could say that obviously had an impact on the game. Under's obviously on the right wing. Igor Jesus at the 6, Tillman and Delgado, Hollingshead, Marlin, Long, and Valencia are your back 4. And obviously the World Cup winning goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris, and goal. We'll see what happens. My prediction for this game is that Inter Miami is going to win 2-0. And I say that because LAFC really struggled to score goals. They just lost to Houston. Houston is one of the worst teams in MLS. They lost to Houston. How do you lose to Houston? Houston can't score goals, and yet they found a way to score a goal against LAFC, beat them 1-0. So, I just think that is not obviously not ideal heading into this game. And I just think that their undoing is going to be the lack of scoring goals. So I think it's going to be 2-0 Inter Miami. And how often does Inter Miami lose big games at Chase Freedom Park? How often do they lose big games at home? So I think that they win this game. I think this game will probably be more open than last game. Last game really was kind of, mediocre for the most part. Miami looked terrible. I expect them to look a lot better. They didn't look good against Toronto FC either, honestly, which was kind of embarrassing. But like I said, I'm not big on Drake Callender. Ustari, I think, back in goal is a good sign. Okay, we got some comments to read. I'm going to call you Juve. Juve, that's cool. Juve. The UEFA rule and Concacaf rules confuse me. Busquets is not playing tonight. Jay says, I remember last season when people were hoping Callender would get called into the national team. Thank God that didn't happen. He's way too inconsistent. He makes a lot of boneheaded decisions, not consistent enough. I'm not a big Drake Callender guy, honestly. Juve says, is he injured or fell off? I think they're resting him, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even know. I think he's just getting rest. Is he injured? Yeah, I don't think he's injured. I think he's just getting rest. Sergio Busquets. He is like 36. I think he'll be 37 this summer. I think they're just giving him a little bit of rest. Let's see. Jay says, I don't think he was ever on, to be honest. Are you talking about, who are you talking about was never on? Christopher says, too many yellow cards, Juve. Oh, that's right. For Busquets, that's right. He did get a yellow card accumulation. That's what it is. We'll see how Redondo does tonight. Let's see. Mr. Mitch says, to anyone who's outside of the U.S. region, this game is on Concacaf YouTube channel. Yeah, I didn't see it when I was watching YouTube TV. I didn't see the game in English on FS1, so I'm having to watch it on, I think not Unimas or Univision. So I can't remember which one it is. I'm having to watch it in Spanish because I didn't see it on FS1 or FS2. Maybe I missed it, and I'll find it later in the stream. Soccer Daddy FC says, let's go Miami. Elite J says, we need a striker. Suarez is getting a bit predictable, and plus he's slow. Yeah, I mean, like I said this many times throughout my streams, I'm very surprised that Luis Suarez has been able to play as many games as he has, because obviously he has worse knees than Messi that we know of. He's more, I don't want to say broken down, but he's a little bit more fragile at this point. His body is at 37 years old. No, excuse me, 38 years old. 38 years old, Luis Suarez. So I think that he definitely could use a break. And hopefully the young Ecuadorian striker that they signed from Barcelona SC, not Barcelona FC, Barcelona SC, will be able to relieve him a little bit, give him some time off, and and help him out. By the way, totally random, but if you guys watch The White Lotus, Noah Allen looks like Lachlan, the youngest son of the Ratliff family. Just notice that in the picture. He looks just like Lachlan. That's actually crazy how much they look alike. If you watch that show, The White Lotus. Christopher says, usually a Polish VPN works for the stream. Elite says, Mr. What game? Let's see. Juve says, random, but outside of Miami, New York, and LA, which market has the biggest pull to attract players? Outside of Miami, New York, and LA. They always talk about Chicago because of the size and communities there, and maybe I don't know if Chicago would be it either. That's a tough question. There's a lot of teams or markets in the same tier. Those are obviously the S tier list, Miami, New York, and LA. But like right underneath that would probably be like Chicago, maybe like Houston and Austin. Some, it's like not the biggest cities or the most glamorous cities, but it's like right underneath, I would say. Obviously, some people would rather go, or players would probably rather go to Chicago than like St. Louis or Columbus, which, by the way, we need to talk about that Columbus trade that happened earlier today. That's actually absolutely crazy. Jay says, I love Segovia a lot. Yeah, I really like Segovia too. I think he's a more attacking, talented version than Diego Gomez. And Diego Gomez has been very good. I mean, he got a $15-16 million move to Brighton. He's very, very talented. We got 30 people in here right now. It's obviously going to keep going up as the game goes on. Make sure you like the stream down below. It helps us out. Like the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're trying to hit the 10K by the Summer Club World Cup. With your help, I know we will do it. Share with a friend. Let's grow the audience as much as we can. Big game tonight. Inter Miami versus LAFC to see who advances to the semifinals of the Concacaf Champions Cup. Huge game, big implications. So like the show, share the show, and subscribe to the channel. And we have officially kicked off. Let's see who prevails and who is able to go to the semifinals of the Concacaf Champions Cup. And I said this, got a lot of comments, which I really appreciate you guys, tuning in and chiming in. But I said this earlier. I tweeted this. If Inter Miami lose this game, MLS's chances of winning the Concacaf Champions Cup are essentially down the drain, because there's not a team who I think can match up with Cruz Azul or Tigres like Inter Miami can. They have the horses for that race, right? They got the talent, the quality, the names, everything you would want, and the Victoria's Secret jerseys. And I think that they're the best matchup for any Liga MX team heading into the Concacaf Champions Cup final. So Inter Miami, it's pretty much Inter Miami or bust. Now, I do think Vancouver could have a chance because they've been playing very, very well. If they beat Pumas, I think Vancouver could do it. But I don't have faith in LAFC because they've been so underwhelming this year. Yes, they got lucky last week and they beat Miami 1-0. But do we really think that they can win the Champions Cup when they literally have lost it with better teams that they've had in the past? And I just don't trust Dolo to win a big game. So that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's how you guys feel. I just don't trust it. Mike L says, when does the game start? The game has started officially. We're almost 2 minutes in. Let's see. Juve says that's actually, or Juve or Juve. That's actually my nickname. Well, I'm calling you that if you don't mind. Let's see. Christopher Roman says, conspiracy theory here. I think LAFC purposely lost to Houston to make the Galaxy the worst team in the Western Conference. That would be interesting. We all know how the decision day fiasco happened last year, where it got really crazy and Houston. Who did Houston beat? They beat the Galaxy, or was it LAFC? Can't remember. But Houston was involved with the last week to see who would be the first place in the Western Conference in the race for the first place. Let's see. Calrex says, let's see, is channel that shows the game from Concacaf. So it's not on FS1, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Elite J says my location is in the US. No. Roller says Cello starting. We definitely are cooked tonight. Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's see. When's the last time he started a game? Oh, here we go. Honestly, guys, I think LAFC is going to have to score probably 2 goals tonight in order to win the series. I feel like Messi's going to come out swinging tonight, just because this is a do or die game. Like this is a big game. I think Messi shows up in big games personally. Mr. says, yeah, it's on YouTube in the UK anyway, just a regular stream. Wingcake says Apple TV should merge with Paramount so they could get the UCL and MLS in one and add Concacaf Champions. Both are struggling together. They would be stronger. We'll see what happens with MLS and Apple TV going forward. I mean, obviously there's issues. We'll see how that transpires and what ends up happening. But yeah, I mean, obviously something is eventually going to have to change, but we'll see what happens. I mean, there's a clause for both sides to get out of it. We'll see if they're able to fix some of the struggles, or this honestly should be on something other than FS2 or whatever it is. Like there's no marketing for this tournament whatsoever, which is really sad, because this is the most prestigious trophy in my eyes that you can win in this region. It's bigger than Liga MX, the Clausura or Apertura, bigger than both of those trophies. It's bigger than the MLS Cup. It's bigger than the Leagues Cup. It's bigger than the Supporters Shield. This is the biggest trophy you can win in the region, in North America, is the Concacaf Champions Cup. Like if Miami loses tonight, and look, I really don't care who wins this game. You guys know I have no team. I don't care who wins. I'm being honest. The best chance we have of winning it is with Miami. That's just the facts. If Miami do lose this game, the season's already a huge disappointment. To get eliminated in the quarterfinals, not even make it to the semifinals or the final, getting eliminated that soon, when you've made all these additions to make your team deeper and more compatible to win these big tournaments, would be just a travesty. It'd be huge. It's huge disappointment. Huge disappointment. Let's see. Uwe says, what's a player you would like to see in MLS? Let's see. A player that like a realistic player, or are you saying like a player that I could have any player in the world come to MLS? Oh, it's on FS1 now? Okay, I'm gonna switch it back to I'm gonna switch it back to FS, or I'm gonna switch it to FS1 if it's on there. Let's see if I can find it. FS1. Okay. All right. Yep. I see it now. Cool. Nice. Okay. So it is on FS1 in case you guys. Oh, LAFC is threatening. Awkward clearance from Jordi Alba. But anyway, so Inter Miami, obviously, target on their back. They've made the changes. They're going to have to win this or make it to the final, or the season's already a huge disappointment. Let's see. I hope Messi plays against Chicago Fire this weekend. I mean, is that game away, or is it in Miami, or is it in Chicago? Because that obviously plays a huge factor in if he'll play or not. If it's in Chicago, I doubt he plays. If it's in Miami, there's a chance he could play maybe 45 minutes. But they're putting all their eggs in the basket of this game. Like, this is the game. They have to win this game. This is huge. This team was assembled to win the Concacaf Champions Cup, to win MLS Cup, to win the Supporters Shield, and to compete in the Club World Cup. Whether you guys believe that or not, that they can do it, I understand. I have my reservations as well. But this team was assembled to get out of the group stage at the Club World Cup. And we'll talk about this a little bit more with Favi because he's had some news on this today. But and I'll have him break this down. But guys, can you imagine if this Miami team that's already historic in MLS are able to get Kevin De Bruyne? How crazy would that be? Like that would be the biggest. I mean, if they get him, we're talking. I still think he's great. I know there's some people saying that he's not. I don't understand that. I think he's really good. I think that if they get Kevin De Bruyne, that we're talking Inter Miami not being just the best team in North America. We're talking about Inter Miami possibly being the best team in both Americas. Now, some people say it's crazy and say, man, are you out of your mind? They're not better than Boca Juniors. They're not better than Flamengo. They're not better than Fluminense or Palmeiras. But look, I'm telling you, if they get Kevin De Bruyne and they have him, Suarez, Messi, Busquets, all these guys, Alba, I'm telling you, this team is going to be like something we have never seen in MLS before. Adam says crazy. I'm telling you that we'll talk to Favi about it when he comes on here and probably in the next 20, 25 minutes. But if that happens, which it looks like it has some serious legs, I mean, we're talking this team is going to be, it's not going to even be fair. It's going to start looking like the Scottish Premiership. Oh my God. Was that offside? Aaron Long scores for LAFC. Wow. Aaron Long scores for LAFC. They're up 2-0. So Miami would have to score 3 goals in order to win this game now. They would have to score 3 goals in order to win this game against LAFC. Not a good start for Inter Miami. Let's see. Was it onside though? I mean, he was onside, but there was like 3. I don't know. Was Ordaz onside? I don't think he was. I can't. I have to see. I think I do have the commentator's curse. He's inside. Was he? I couldn't. I'd have to see the line. That was close. Was it Under with the assist? Yannick Bright was. I mean, it was really close. I don't know if he. It was really close. They're reviewing it right now. We'll see. All right, it's onside. Miami have to score 3 goals now to win this game. They have to score 3 unanswered goals to win this match. Wow. Well, hey, listen, at least things will open up. Now the question is Steve Shrundle just gonna park the bus all game now? How do you guys feel about the away goals? So do you think that's kind of um I mean, do you wish they'd get rid of that? It would just be off of goals, and if it's tied, you just go to extra time. Because it is kind of crazy now. The LAFC might have to score 3 goals now in order to beat them. Which I mean that is kind of wild. Two goals will not do it. 2 goals will not cut it. Jay says if it's 2-2 on aggregate, LAFC goes through. Yes, as it currently stands, Inter Miami has to score 3 goals in order to beat LAFC. Inter Miami have to score 3 unanswered goals in order to beat LAFC. And if LAFC score again, they'd have to score 4 goals. So, yes, LAFC is comfortably in the driver's seat right now. No, they need 3 goals. Inter Miami need 3 goals to win this game. Small says Miami had their chance at home but didn't capitalize. Not good. Mr. Richard says KBD has slowed down a bit and is finding it harder in the Premier League, but he's still a decent player. He'd still do a job in MLS. Yeah, I think he'd be elite in MLS. He would be, especially on this team. I think he would be. Now, some people obviously would question the running and stuff, and if how like much of the liability this team would be defensively. But I think that he's perfect for MLS. He will absolutely dominate, I think. Andrew from Metro Bulls TV says, "What's up, Will?" Andrew, appreciate you for stopping by, my friend. Uh, quite a hill or hole that Miami has to climb themselves out of in this game early on, only 12 minutes in. I bet Nick, Nick from Voices of MLS is obviously he's an LAFC fan, obviously. So, he's absolutely probably ecstatic right now that LAFC are in the driver's seat in this game. Let's see. Hashman says they need 2 goals and can take this to extra time and penalties as long as they have to score 3. They have because on aggregate, LAFC have an away goal now, so that would break the tie even if Inter Miami scored 2. Cali Rex says, I don't think Miami will break down LAFC's defense. LAFC has always been tough to break down when they aren't ball watching. I agree. I just think LAFC, I mean, they have all the momentum, but I will say this, and maybe I shouldn't say this. Apparently I'm cursed, and Cali Rex is the one to point out. I'm not going to say anything. We'll just see what happens. But if you watch Miami, you can pick up what I'm putting down. Jay says, no cause, LAFC has an away goal. Yeah. Let's see. Juve says he'd kill this league. Talking about KBD. Yeah, I agree. KBD is he still has a lot to give, in my opinion. He would be very, very good in MLS. Let's see. Adam says, yeah, this game is not over yet. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. Angus says the away goal rule doesn't make sense to me. I mean, they just want to award away teams, for scoring on the road, giving them some type of slight advantage. It doesn't really. This is a situation where obviously it does hurt, but it has helped MLS before. I think it helped Vancouver this year. Yeah, like in the last one against Monterrey, it helped them out. So, I mean, it's 50-50. Hash says, yeah, that shouldn't be a thing. WTF, LMAO. Jay says, are we watching a Dolo masterclass? There's no such thing as a Dolo masterclass. No such thing. Uwe says, if he moves into the Pirlo role, he can extend his career easily. I think he could. Is that Elizy? Elizy? I'll just call you Eugene. Eugene, where can you watch the game? You can watch on FS1. I think Mr. Mister had said that you can watch it on the Concacaf Champions or the Concacaf YouTube channel if you're outside the United States. Adam says UEFA no longer has this. UEFA no longer has. Oh, you talking about the away goal? Jay says Europe recently moved away from okay, a couple years ago we need to do the same. Yeah, I think it is kind of crazy when you think about it. LAFC Devoted says, let's go LAFC, stay strong. Hey, they're doing what they have to do so far. Got 50 people watching right now. Make sure you smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 50 likes. We should easily hit 50 likes. We're going to have a lot of people coming through tonight. We're going to have Favi, probably Daniel. We're going to have a lot of viewers coming through tonight. So make sure you hit that like button. Let's get to 50. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the little bell notification so you never miss a video. Also, consider being a member of the channel. It's only $2.99 a month. Helps us out. Exclusive content like live chats, Q&As, exclusive first or sneak peeks to content coming out. And obviously, all your comments are always read with priority when you are a member of the channel. So consider being a member of the channel. The link is in the description below. Let's see. Uwe says, as good as Inter Miami is, I wish they'd invest in a top-tier center back. Well, they thought they were getting a pretty big upgrade in Falcone, but he's been okay, but not too nothing crazy. Mr. Krabs says, this is so dumb that CONCACAF still uses away goals rule. Yeah. Can't argue with that. I do think it is obviously crazy that they have to score 3 just to win this game. Roller says, Ian Frey would never let this happen. His aura keeps us without conceding. I know he's punching the seats in front of him from the bench. Adam says, speaking of Flamengo, number 1 rivals is Vasco da Gama. Masoik says Atlanta Victims FC going down again. Roller says, not gonna lie, it's over for Miami. Listen, I'm not saying anything. We'll just see what happens. We'll just see what happens. Mr. Krabs says Inter Miami can win 2-1 and still get eliminated. Yeah. They have to score 3 goals now in order to advance, which is crazy. Let me know. Is Inter Miami okay? They have to score 3 goals now. Is Inter Miami cooked? Do you think Inter Miami is going to score 3 goals without conceding another goal? Or is it over? Are they finished? Jay says, I don't see Miami coming back in this, but maybe I'm wrong. Uwe says, a player I wish would have played in MLS is Godoin. Dude was dog personified. Yeah, he was a good center back for Uruguay. He had interest from Orlando City back in like 2017 or 2016. And I think he went to, I think maybe it was either a Serie A club or a Portuguese club. I can't remember. Adam says, Giroud on the bench. Yeah, sad state of affairs for Olivier Giroud. Not working out the way that they wanted it to, but a lot of that has to do with LAFC, honestly. Roller says 3 goals is kind of crazy. Angel says Busquets is needed. I think he is definitely missed tonight. Mr. says Dolo will probably channel his inner Mourinho. Probably. Mr. Krabs says Mascherano has a healthy and better team and still only got as far as Tata. I mean, if you lose in the semifinals again, that is definitely not ideal, not good. But listen. It's early still. We got 70 minutes plus stoppage time in both halves. I mean, there's still plenty of time left, and we'll just see what happens. I'm not making any predictions in this game. Not making any predictions or proclamations in this game. Roller says, embarrassing that Inter Miami in 2023 beat LAFC 3-0 away from home with Christoph on the squad. We are witnessing poker faces on everyone on the pitch right now. Jay says, Dolo and Mourinho in the same sentence is a crime. I agree. Uwe says, Messi got to pull a Declan Rice masterclass. Top corner, right? He went to Syria. Yeah, I thought he went to Syria afterwards. I can't remember which club it was, but I remember I thought he had went there before he went to instead of coming to Major League Soccer. Masoik says, who do you think will win tonight between Whitecaps and Pumas? Hopefully the Whitecaps, but I don't know. I think it's what is it? It's like 1-1 on aggregate right now, and it's at Pumas this leg. So I think there's a chance. Foul on Ryan Hollingshead on Messi. I feel good about Vancouver. Adam says, Raul Jimenez, do you think he's coming to MLS or returning to Liga MX? I think that Jimenez probably will go to Liga MX, honestly. I don't see him coming to MLS. Could be wrong, but I don't see him coming to MLS. I don't see them scoring 3 again against a great goalkeeper like LAFC have. I mean, I don't know, man. LAFC, I mean, Lloris is really good, but their back line is very suspect. Very, very suspect. Let's see. If Inter Miami gets eliminated, then the pressure to win MLS Cup for Messi and Co. will go through the roof. I mean, it already is through the roof, but they lose this. I mean, it's a huge disappointment. I mean, Xavi won the Liga, right? And they moved off of him because his shortcomings in other tournaments, especially, the UEFA Champions League. Winning the league is not enough. I think you have to be competing for the Champions League too. And Miami losing this is devastating. Like, winning the league is nice. Don't get me wrong. It is very nice. And obviously you expect them to win the league, but losing the Champions League is just, it's devastating. I mean, I would, if I were a Miami fan, oh God. Falcone is tripped. Oh, saved by Ustari. Could have been bad right there. Would have had to have, if they'd scored there, they'd have to have 4 goals to win this game. Angus says, as long as Miami doesn't allow the ball to be on its own side, they have a chance. Their D is sus. Their back line is very suspect. Oh man, I tell you what, LAFC have the look a lot better, and it looks like Bwanga's already got his jersey torn up. LAFC look a lot better in the attack right now than Inter Miami do. Look a lot better. Bad giveaway by Ustari, right? I think Wingate Cello Wingate is a curse to this team. By the way, I think he's an absolute curse to this team. I don't think he does anything for this team. He's on the field and they look terrible. Jay says if Miami lose, they are on fraud watch. Yeah, I mean, you got to win trophies, and you can't be getting eliminated this early in a tournament. I would have more respect for them if they made it to the final and they lost to Tigres or Cruz Azul. It is what it is. I mean, it would be disappointing, but I'd have more respect for them. But losing in the quarterfinals to another MLS team is not good. Let's see. Can't wait for KBD to possibly come this summer. Could have used him here. Yeah, they're going to try to get him in here before the Club World Cup, which will be very interesting to see how Miami. Can you imagine KBD in the Victoria's Secret bag kits? Be very interested to see that. Roller says we need Suarez to score a Puskas level goal, a level free kick in the next 2 minutes, or we are cooked. I mean, I someone's gonna have to do something. Need some goals somewhere. Luis Suarez only has like one goal this year, which is very surprising. He's played well. He's got like one goal and like 5 assists so far this year. That he's got to do more. He's got to be able to find the back of the net. And he had 20 goals last year, which is kind of crazy. Or 19 goals in MLS. Uwe says, also, aren't Whitecap selling their team? I'm surprised how good they are this season. Yeah, that's one of the bigger surprises in MLS is how good they've been playing with considering the team's up for sale. Oh, God. Oh, my. Cello is getting absolutely cooked by Denny Bwanga. Oh, my God. Are you guys watching this? Jesus. He's putting him on skates. Hey, he's lucky, though, right there that he didn't foul Denny inside the box. Very lucky he did not just foul him inside the box. Jesus. Larice isn't amazing like that. He's good. He's just not. I mean, he's not like that anymore. Mr. Krabs says LAFC better pray Pumas can beat Vancouver, or they have to play them for the 30th time in 2 years. I know it's crazy how many times. It's got to be some kind of record how many times they played in a 2 or 3 year period. Roller says wrong. If Miami don't win the Concacaf Champions Cup, the season's already a failure. It's just the truth. I mean, it's a big disappointment. It is. Uwe says Xavi would have been a great coach for Miami. I wanted him. He was the guy that I would hire or would have tried the hardest to hire. But I think that they just wanted the Argentine / Messi connection in Mascherano. Roller says, don't worry, guys. At least today wasn't a complete failure. We saw Lewandowski re-enter form. That was beautiful. 4-0 win over Dortmund. Barca is back. Love to see it. Adam says they're outplaying them so far. It's a decent cross by Cello. Roller says Cello or Christoph, who's scary to see in the starting 11? God. Didn't they both start last year at one point? I mean, that was not good. Let's see. I'm telling you, man, a Hummels or a Serbi would be great for Miami. Yeah, I just don't think they can afford that. I think they'd rather have KBD than I think KBD is number one on their list. And I had someone tell me that a while back that they thought KBD was like when the Neymar rumors were at their height. I had someone be like, "Look, man, like Neymar, obviously they kind of want to reunite MSN, but they really, really want KBD. Like they really, really want KBD." And I didn't really, I mean, I'm not saying I didn't believe them. I was just kind of skeptical. I was like, I don't know. I mean, would you rather have Neymar or KBD on the team? You'd rather have MSN in the storyline, right? But he was right. He was right. KBD looks like he's their number one target. And when, like I said, when Favi gets in here, in the next probably 10 to 15 minutes, we'll ask him about it, and he'll let you guys know what he's hearing, what he's reported on. AMH says LAFC just look like they want it more than Miami. Yeah, Miami just looks tired. They just look like I don't want to be here, even though they're home. Miami's got to get a goal before the half. I mean, we know they can turn it on, but if they don't get a goal before the half, it's not looking good. Oh God, what a bad giveaway by Alba. Mr. Mister says the switch to Busquets face in the crowd. It's a what the F are you guys doing face. Yeah, they definitely miss him tonight. Oh, Ayande. Was that not a foul on Hollingshead? I don't know about that one. Jaden the man says Miami leaving the playoffs and now the CCC early is bad. It makes the team look overhyped and present just to fleece people of their money. I mean, they definitely struggle in the big games. No denying that. They won the Leagues Cup in 2023, and that's the only trophy that they've won that I really, that holds any merit in my eyes. I mean, Supporter Shield's nice, but it's not really a trophy. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make you the champion of a league in MLS. Roller says, not gonna lie, the youngsters need to wake up, show themselves on the pitch right now. Where is Segovia and Ayande from match day 1 and 2? Yeah, they're not really doing anything. Segovia has kind of hit a wall. I still like him as a player, but he's hit a wall. Now, Ayande has been hurt or hasn't played. I'm going to give him a little bit of a pass because, he's got to work his way back into form or try to get reacclimated to the team. So I'm going to give him a little bit of a pass. But yeah, Segovia really has no excuse. Segovia has no excuse. Timothy Park says, what LAFC is winning again? Yeah, they're doing what they have to do. Wonga cooking. LAFC should have 2 right now. Should have started Frey. Timothy Park says Miami needs 3 now, right? That is correct. Roller says should have started Christoph. Call him up, see what he's doing. Kyrex says I think LAFC is going to lose to Vancouver if they lost to them in the knockout round. Is anything to go by this time? Vancouver are more dangerous than last year. Don't know how. They got that team up for sale motivation, trying to maximize the hype. Oh yeah, Hollingshead stepped on Messi's foot. Nolan says, "What if they get Ronaldo instead?" You talking about Miami? Oh, is that a goal? Is that onside? Who scored that? Let's see what happens. Did that count? Miami score? It happened so fast that I guess that it happened fast and the camera can't even catch up to it. It looked like Suarez scored it. Oh, looks like Dolo's pissed. Oh, they're gonna call it. Let's see what happens. Oh, Messi scored a free kick. Okay, because they weren't paying attention. Yeah, they were allowed to do it. Messi scores a free kick. Inter Miami 1-1. They need 2 goals to win this, but 1-1. Maybe the floodgates open now. Wow. How do we feel about that? How do we feel about that? Inter Miami score, catch LAFC, catch them off guard. Got to post this real quick. Catches LAFC sleeping and scores. Oh, they called it off. Never mind. They called it off. That's a shame. Could have been interesting. No goal. No goal for Inter Miami. Can Messi replicate magic twice? I mean, obviously that last one was definitely a little easy, a little easy. Ooh, deflection. Who's that off? Is that Suarez down? Oh, Falcone. Why did Messi give the Anthony look? All right, we got Favi in here. He's in the car too. So we got the mobile appearance for my boy Favi. Let's bring him in here. Favi, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys? A big truck just came down my street and ripped out the fiber of everybody in the neighborhood. So I'm in the car on my phone, trying to do my best to appear here.
Mm. Before we get you involved in this, I want to let everybody know to like the show down below. We have 20 likes, 50 people of you in the chat. Let's try to get to 50. When me and Favi are together, we got the magic. We always hit 50. Hell, we always hit 100, dude. We hit the buck every time
Yeah,
me and you together. Let's hit 50 likes. Smash the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Favi, are you able to watch this game?
I'm in the car right now, but I've been, seeing things on Twitter. I guess they called back a goal for Messi taking it too fast. So it's 1-0 right now, LAFC.
Yes, yeah. Miami or Messi took a quick free kick, scored, and they waved it off. And so Miami have to. So it's 2-0 on aggregate for LAFC ahead of Miami. Miami have to score 3 unanswered goals in order to advance now.
Yeah, especially because LAFC has that away goal, right? So it's looking tougher and tougher for Miami now.
Yeah. So I mentioned to the chat that you had. We talked a little bit about KBD.
Yeah.
What and obviously you've done some reporting on that. What can you inform everybody about what you've heard with Inter Miami and KBD? As far as the discovery, or we call it the dibs list, what's the latest on KBD?
Yeah, look, what I kind of dug up today was that San Diego in the rule book has 7 slots on their discovery rights list for this season before the shut off for the roster and regulation rules, or excuse me, the roster freeze is what they call it, and that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's later on in the season. So they're allowed to have 7 slots. Either this was a huge mistake by the San Diego GM. The name's escaping me right now, but keeping KDB off your discovery rights list either is one
Oh,
very
Messi just scored a golazo. Oh my God, Messi just scored a golazo. Holy, hey, are you guys awake? Oh my God. Hey, Favi, listen, man, if you want to, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to cut your momentum, but if you want to disconnect right now and go watch this and come back on, I would not blame you. I would not blame you, dude. This was a banger, bro. Go, come back on. Go check that out and come back on. I'll kick you
wait,
back on.
I can't. What else? It's what, 15 minutes left in the half?
10 minutes left. Yeah, 10
Okay.
minutes.
What I'll do is I'll go watch the second half. But yeah, my bad. No, because I would have to do a lot to get to it right now. But
Oh my God, dude. Hey guys, let me ask you something. This wasn't a free kick, but was that comparable to Declan Rice's upper 90? Dude, that was perfectly in the right corner. Okay, it was a little lower, but oh my God, dude, what a goal. Favi, this was a banger, brother. This was a
really,
banger. Oh my
man.
God, dude.
All right,
Oh
so they
my
need
God.
2 more goals. 2 more goals. Is it possible?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, I'm not saying, listen, apparently I am a curse to just, I guess, sports. Someone said I'm a commentator curse or whatever. I'm not saying anything. Look, I told everyone watching it, if you watch Miami, you know what they're capable of. I don't have to tell you. You know what they can do. We'll just see what happens. But that, sir, was an absolute banger. Like that was nice. Very nice. Okay, sorry to cut you off. Back
No,
to
no worries.
KBD.
Yeah, so look, last year LA Galaxy paid a lot, and I mean a lot, for Marco Royce's discovery rights to Charlotte. And for San Diego to go ahead and take him off of their list and to have 2 extra slots over any other MLS team is really eye-opening, because one, you just threw away maybe 400K in GAM for an expansion side. So that's either a huge mistake, or two, KDB went ahead, or his team told them that they only want to go to a certain place. Marco Royce also said that, but maybe this is a situation where San Diego's a young, executive side. They don't have all the experience in the world. Or KDB said, I just want to go to Miami. Because another thing about this that's very interesting is that KDB is a very big player, right? He's a player that's well known, maybe a top 5 player in the last 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. Personally, I think every MLS team is going to put in a discovery right holder for this player. And the rule book says if two teams on the same day go ahead and place a discovery rights tag on the player, the team with the worst record is going to get the higher bidding or priority on this player. As of right now, we only know it's Inter Miami. And if we can believe the reporting that's going on, Inter Miami won the discovery rights process. So either no other team bid for him or MLS, Inter Miami, and KDB know something that we don't, which is that he wants to play for Miami. Now, this could be a case where the team that signed Miami, we don't even know who was the GM for the past 3 months for them, to be honest. Who was the GM for Miami the last 3 months? We don't know. But let me tell you this. If they flip KDB's rights to New York City, because there's the Man City connection there, for $500K in GAM, the team that signed Messi, Suarez, and Jordi Alba and Busquets literally just duped 29 other MLS teams, right? Or this is something where it's just too fishy to me that no other team put in a discovery rights claim for this player, and that Inter Miami, who was the best team this season, now has his discovery rights. So that means they put in a solo bid, and I can guarantee you, once San Diego took their discovery rights off of KDB, every team knew, because there's no way that Miami's going to know and not other teams. So there has to be some real legs to this KDB story. And either it's Miami trying to use it as a bargaining chip to get Messi to resign for some extra years, then flipping it to New York City or another team, and then also getting that $500K back so they can either, possibly go get Di Maria with that money, and then they sign Messi to extra years, or this is something where they're looking towards the future, like, hey, we don't know if Messi's going to be here past the World Cup. Let's sign KDB, and we're going to be set for extra years after Messi. So it is interesting, and I think this is a more true of a rumor than the Neymar to Chicago one.
So you're buying the legs of K. I mean, I buy it. I think that there's a good chance KBD to Miami. So you also believe that this isn't. I mean, you just laid out a possibility of them maybe getting some assets to trade his rights to another team who might want to sign him. But you believe it's more on the side of they want him. They want him to be a Miami player. They don't want to trade or flip his rights, MLS rights. They want to try to sign him and add him to this team. Ideally before the Club World Cup.
Yeah, look, I think this team wants to get KDB, but I also think it's still Messi's team. If Messi comes out and says, I'm going to sign 2 more years, if you don't sign KDB and you go get Di Maria, they're going to do that first. And they're going to go get the assets for KDB. Either way, whatever happens, San Diego, this might be their worst move of all time. Like, this might go down as you threw away free assets when you already had 2 extra names for your list. So, they already have 2 DPs. Like, what's the point of not keeping KDB or at least defensive guys that would possibly come to the league in the next couple of years, knowing that you have extra names and using it as an asset defense, which they didn't do at all. So personally, you can get guys off your discovery rights list whenever you want. And for not waiting at least the whole season, one of those players is crazy to me. Unless KDB told them.
Oh my dude. Okay, I'm so sorry. 2 great chances. Luis Suarez almost had a banger. Looked like Jordi Alba just took a shot from distance too. Maybe that was Messi. I couldn't tell. I get him confused. The strong left foot might have been Messi, but saved by Luis to keep it 1-1 in this game. I think San Diego would have been a true contender this year if they were able to sign KBD. Right? They would have been able to take a team that's already probably top 2 in the West as an expansion team, add a player of his caliber to the mix, can completely transform a team. So yes, obviously Juve says that they're punching air right now, San Diego.
No, honestly,
And here's the thing. Okay, so it was so that they're showing the replay of Suarez. Suarez was super close. Lloris had to make 2 great saves in a row to stop them from scoring. Um, Inter Miami, though. Okay, so that was Messi. Inter Miami, though, Fabi, we talked about this. You and I have talked about this extensively. It's bad, I think. Obviously, if you're Miami fans, great. You want to see a team of this quality, right? But from a league perspective, it's bad of having all of these players, these big names in one team instead of spreading it out.
So adding on to the fact that that other teams didn't bid for his rights, MLS actually has to say that you have a real chance of signing this player. So MLS makes the choice of who the discovery rights go to if they feel like let me give you an example. Colorado Rapids or the Inter Miami, if they both put in a discovery rights process, MLS has to go in and say, okay, does Colorado have the actual feasible income to go ahead and sign KDB? And as of right now, we don't have anything set in stone because there's nothing out in public, but they thought Inter Miami was able to truly sign KDB. And if no one else put the discovery claim in for him, then they believe that Miami is the best suitor for KDB. And that's the league, right? Because in the rules, the league has to approve is the final say in the discovery rights. So there may not be any team right now that won't be able to sign him like feasibly. Uh, so that one's interesting to me too. So the league does believe that Miami can sign KDB, but also at the same time, maybe KDB told San Diego, "Hey, I only want to play for Miami." So it's interesting to see.
Would he take it? Do you think the I always hit the acronym KDB? Do you think KDB would be willing to take a discount to come to Miami, or do you think he's going to want 15 to 18 million to come to South Florida?
Look, Gareth Bale is a player that I thought was a top 4 player his whole career. Like it was Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, Bale. And in my opinion, I think those are the 4 that have lived throughout all of our kind of soccer fandom. And if he's willing to take a TAM deal and then was offered a DP deal the next season if he stayed, KDB can easily take a deal like that. And again, this is a Miami we're talking about. KDB's not going to Columbus taking a TAM deal. This is Miami. And for San Diego to not entice KDB at all, for him not to be in their plans reported by Tom Bogert, I think personally KDB is willing to do anything it takes to be a part of Miami.
Yeah, when I'll be curious to see when we'll get more information on if this is going to happen, because he is a free after I think June 1st. He's out of contract, but I think the way the way the rules work is you can negotiate with your next team up to 6 months before your deal expires. So he could agree to a deal right now or tomorrow or a week from now, whenever he wants. Now, like he's a free, he can find his next club as soon as he wants. Wonder how quickly we'll see this move, because the Club World Cup starts, I think, June 14th, if I'm not mistaken. And you would think that Miami would want to get that, sealed up and done over the finish line before the Club World Cup, so KDB can join the team, integrate with the team, get things going, hit the ground running. So I think this would be something that should be resolved probably the next couple of weeks. Bobby, do you feel the same way about that?
Personally, no. I think it's going to be the opposite. I think it's going to last up until the last minute, and it might not be because of KDB. I think it's almost going to be about Inter Miami and how their chips fall with Miami, or with Messi signing an extension, with Di Maria possibly not coming. There's a lot of dominoes that need to fall for Miami. Drake Callender needs to be moved out. Gressel possibly needs to be moved out. Maybe Kramaski for some extra gam, because they do need to get some gam to get Jordi Alba under that line. So there has to be a lot of domino moves until this move is announced. And again, they can be compliant after. That's totally fine too, because you're not signing him that day he says. But personally, I don't think Miami crosses their T's and dots their I's until they move all the other guys.
Yeah, I had heard originally that Miami were wanting to dangle Calendar in front of San Diego as possibly if they'd had, but before, if KDB and the discovery rights were an issue, like they had claimed them, San Diego, and obviously San Diego would have had priority. over him. Like if there was a chance they could have really signed him. I had heard that Miami were willing to move Calendar to San Diego as part of a deal with the, to get the discovery rights. They were kind of wanting to use him as an asset for that deal. But obviously they don't have to do that now. Calendar still is kind of like a lost commodity, right? He's not playing. He's not really a part of the plans or the future of this team. So it's going to be very interesting. The summer is going to be crazy. Dude. The summer is always crazy, right? But it has potential to be even crazier. And man, if KBD, before I want to talk to you about this game and like what Miami, how they're doing the season. Before we get into that, if KBD comes this Miami team, Fabi, they're the best team in the region, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, KDB is still a great player. Shoot, one of the best EPL players of all time. Still 33 years old. I mean, you're going to be playing alongside Messi, Luis Suarez possibly this year, and Miami as a team. But no, I think personally, I think it's going to be a good move, and I think they would be the best team in the conference by far.
I agree. So let's talk about this game, right? Obviously, Inter Miami have to score 2 more goals to win this series. That move to the semifinals of the Concacaf Champions Cup. Tall hill, big. They're gonna have to climb themselves out of this hole if they want to do this. They should do this. How, do you feel? I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to curse the team. Apparently I'm bad luck for this team. A lot of fans are giving me grief about it. Do you think that they will come back? Are they going to score 2 unanswered goals and win this game, Fabi?
I mean, 2 is better than 3, right? It can be done in the half. Shoot, can they keep LAFC off the board, though? That's another thing, too, because they already have the away goals. But, yeah, LAFC is very capable of scoring an extra goal in transition because that's what they love to do, right? Bouanga by himself versus a couple of defenders, and we've already seen him cook a couple of defenders already. So, I don't know. I don't see it happening, personally. I think LAFC is such a tough team. I think LAFC has put all their chips in this basket, while Miami is finally getting a true test this season.
Well, it's half. It's 1-1. Miami and LAFC need 2 goals to win this match or win this series. We'll see if it can happen. Now, Fabi, if Inter Miami do lose this game, that's a very real possibility. I mean, they still have, like I said, they have a tall task ahead of them. How big of a disappointment is that for this team this year?
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's a huge disappointment because this was a trophy that a lot of people were saying that Miami have a very easy route to the final. And for them to only go to the quarterfinal is going to be a very, very, very big disappointment. And Mascherano is finally going to have some sort of doubt with the media, is going to have some sort of doubt within the fan base too. So it's a big one. And I think this is one of their biggest tournaments they needed to win this season if Mascherano wants to stay next year personally. So, yeah, this is, man, what do you do if you're Miami? Do you get rid of Suarez halfway through the season because he hasn't scored within run of play in 7 games, right? So there's some things that Miami needs to do, and hopefully the shells don't start to crack already, right? So let's see if they can pull this off, and then people won't ask questions.
Well, someone had mentioned earlier in the comments about the fact that, Tata Martino was let go for the shortcomings, right? And Inter Miami hire Javier Mascherano, bring in some reinforcements this year. And if they lose this game, they will have made it as far as they did last year when they lost to Monterrey and got eliminated in the quarterfinals last year. So all these reinforcements, new coach, and still same results. Honestly, that's more disappointing than last year because of all the changes you have made and the coaching change, right? You hire new coaches to make improvements and do better than the previous team, right? The previous manager. So that would be a huge disappointment. And I don't know how you feel about this, but I've been posting about this. I talked about this tonight. I think Inter Miami is the only chance MLS has of winning this tournament this year.
You don't think Vancouver can?
I think they could possibly, but I think Miami has the best chance.
No, definitely. I agree with you.
I mean, it's not. I mean, LAFC have no chance.
You think so?
They have no chance, and it's nothing against LAFC. Like I mean, obviously, LAFC have had many good opportunities to win it. In 2020 and 2023, they had golden opportunities to win the Champions League, and they didn't. They failed. And this team that they have this year is worse than both of those teams they had, 2020 and 2023. So they couldn't win it with a better team. But I'm supposed to believe they can win it with a worse team.
Personally, looking at the leftover teams, maybe the Mexican teams left over aren't the best teams they've have been in the past too. Maybe Cruz Azul is the strongest, but Cruz Azul is one of their best players, is one of LAFC's former players, right? So I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to see because Pumas is Pumas, right? They're not a gigante, right? America's out. You know, you have Tigres and Cruz Azul on one side. I don't think Tigres is as strong as they were before. Cruz Azul, I could see this final being Cruz Azul LAFC easily.
You think Cruz Azul could win this easily?
I think so. I think they're the strongest team left.
I mean, I think Miami's better than them. They're just they're just not playing. You're talking about Liga MX's team, the best team left. Yeah, right, I agree with that. Yeah, they're better. Tigres. I mean, Tigres could have lost to LA, the Galaxy easily last night, right? I mean, that game was close. Like that wasn't like a give me for Tigres. So, yeah, I think if LA had scored one more goal, they would have won on aggregate. So they just need one more goal and they would have won. I agree. I think that Tigres is vulnerable. I think Cruz Azul is very good. I don't think Pumas is that good, honestly. I think Vancouver is going to beat them tonight. So that's why it just feels like if MLS like this, we say this so many times, it almost gets exhausting saying it, but this really does feel like it's MLS's golden opportunity to win it again. If Miami can win this game, and look, like I said, LAFC, no issues with them. I like LAFC. This is not their strongest team they've had. They've struggled. They lost to Houston this weekend. They're not very good this year. They're just not. They got a lot of missing pieces and a DP on the bench, right? And hell, sometimes he's not even on the bench. But if Inter Miami can beat LAFC, I believe Inter Miami is the best, most talented team left in the tournament.
100%. Yeah, I agree with that.
And I think that they should. Now, Vancouver could give them trouble. I do think that could be that's not a give me. Like that could be a tight series, right? But the good news is that if Vancouver can win, and obviously whoever wins this match means that MLS is guaranteed to make it to the final.
Right.
So if you had to say, which I'm sure I'll have you back on for something else before we get to the final, but if you had to predict right now, Favi, what do you think is going to happen the rest of this tournament? Who do you got going to the final?
Oh, I said a little earlier. I think it's Cruz Azul versus LAFC. Personally, I think LAFC gets the job done.
So you think LAFC will beat Vancouver for the? Someone said earlier, like their 30th match in like 3 years or something like that.
I think so. I think Bouanga's gonna pick up form, and I think LAFC Cherundolo, loses all the finals, but he gets the one final that everybody wanted for LAFC, and they get the third time as the charm for them.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. Guys, we are 6 likes away from 30. We have 58 of you in the chat. Yeah, we got to hit 30, dude. Come on. 6 away. Smash the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel. We're like 1 subscriber away from 6,410. We're trying to hit the 10K by the summer. I think we're going to do it, especially with all the news coming out. Like the show down below, share with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. We got my boy Favi in here to review this game and talk about KBD. Real quick, too, let's talk about some league news. So this was a surprising thing that happened earlier today. Daniel Gazdag got traded from Philadelphia to Columbus. What do you think about that move? I haven't said a single thing about this move yet. What do you think about that move?
Yeah, look, I like it. I think Columbus does a great job finding intra-league talent, and I think they get the most out of it under Nancy. I think Gazdag is a player that has proven that he's a goal scorer in MLS no matter how he scores the goal. So if it's a penalty, if it's a run-of-play goal, if it's a free kick, he's capable of scoring goals. I think the rumored number is around $3 million for him. It's probably going to be less than Lucho. So if it is less than Lucho, I like the deal. I think you bring in a guy who's going to be a nice stopgap for, a couple of players in the future, and you don't have to go too crazy in this offseason trying to find someone. You bring in a guy who's already battle-tested for MLS. You're in first place in the Eastern Conference. Your team really hasn't skipped a beat. They haven't even lost yet in the MLS regular season. So personally, I like the move. I think Nancy gets better. I think Columbus gets better. I think this is a nice key addition to this team, and I think they're going to add another piece in the summer as well.
Yeah, when they add a striker to this team, it's going to be insane. But here's the question too I have for you: like, why did Philly sell him?
Well, Philly's always looking to sell, right? They're a team that's looking to, bring up their pipeline. I think they saw the writing on the wall. Maybe they're going to give more minutes to the Sullivan brothers. This is something where they're doing pretty well this season, and are really outdoing the expectations that everybody had. But if you're going to get $3 million or $4 million for a Gazdag, I think they're seeing it as a win, right? They're seeing it as, man, we're really going to get some money back for this guy who was maybe 1 or 2 years left on their contract where he leaves for free. I think this is a good move for Philly as well.
So he wanted, or they got 3 to 4 million for Gazdag. Is that what their reported fee is? 3 to 4 million?
That's what a lot of rumored journalists around the league are saying. There's no disclosed fee, but a lot of people are saying it's probably going to be under Lucho Acosta, and then it's probably going to be more than 2 million, because then it would have just been GAM, right? So most likely, I would say it would be closer to 3 million to 4 million, I think.
Man, the rich just keep getting richer. Like you said, Columbus are undefeated. They get Daniel Gazdag, who's probably been Philly's best player the last couple of years. Wasn't he I think he was like the runner-up MVP in 2020. Was it 2022 or 2023?
Yeah, no, he's definitely one of the better players in the league. He's killer at penalties. I mean, if Columbus can get penalties, he's gonna knock him down. That's for sure.
So technically, he's going to be a DP. He is going to be a DP, a legit DP. So they have Diego Rossi, they have Daniel Gazdag, and they will have, I think Nagby is still technically a DP as of now.
Right. Cam level DP maybe.
Yeah, or he'll sign a new deal because he is 35. So obviously he's probably not going to be demanding top dollar for much longer, right? Even if he's a true DP, he could probably sign an extension and get that bought down. But so they'll have a DP spot open this summer. They will hopefully find a Cucho Hernandez replacement. Man, this is a scary team. People aren't talking enough about the Columbus Crew because of everything they've lost. And I think that it's hard to believe because they've been so damn successful, but that is a sleeper team in 2025. That's a team that nobody's talking about really.
Yeah, look, Russell Rowe is scoring for them. So as of right now, the striker position is being filled. I mean, maybe it's not the flashiest person scoring your goals, but hey, if he keeps scoring and they can get a price tag for Russell Rowe as well, who knows? Maybe they sell him and then they bring in a striker that everybody wants, right? I know a lot of Columbus Crew fans I was on a Columbus Crew podcast, and they were talking Haji Wright. There was a lot of interest for a lot of these striker type transfers to come into Columbus. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Russell Rowe this season if he keeps on going on a tear. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, in 7 all match competition, he has 4 goals. So not playing too bad. I mean, better than Luis Suarez, that's for sure.
Oh man, shot at Luis Suarez. I mean, I mentioned this earlier. Suarez, it's hard to believe, man. He's only got he only has 1 goal this year in league play. It's kind of hard to believe, but he is like, I think a lot of people have him as their MVP so far for this season. Yeah, he's got to score more goals, or they're in trouble, man. They're in big trouble. So that's one thing that they talked about in this podcast. So they mentioned Haji Wright being a potential target for Columbus.
Yeah, and that's a name that always pops up in the hometown of the USMNT, of course. But I was saying, I mean, is Haji Wright that much better than Russell Rowe at this moment in MLS? I'm not sure.
Is Haji Wright what? Say that again.
Better than Russell Rowe for the Columbus Crew right now?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
I'm not sure.
For sure. Hey, as long as they don't spend 20 million on Josh Sargent, I'm cool with it, man. I'm cool.
Let me tell you this. Haji Wright is maybe the 6th or 7th choice for the USMNT right now.
3rd choice?
3rd?
Did you say Haji Wright?
Yeah, Haji Wright's probably like the 6th or 7th choice.
No. He's probably 3rd.
3rd?
Yeah, he's 3rd. He's behind Pepe and Ballo. He's 3rd.
I don't know if he's 3rd.
Yeah, he's 3rd, dude. Yeah, Sargent's cooked. Ajimong is in it. And who else am I forgetting?
Brandon Vasquez?
Nah. No, I'd rather have Haji up top. Honestly, I'd rather have Haji. I'm not a big Brandon. I don't think that uh God
Watch.
Poch. Yes, sorry, thank you. I don't think Poch rates Vasquez. I mean, I don't think he's one of his guys. I don't think he's a big
Look,
Vasquez guy.
look, he went to go see Vasquez and talk to him personally.
And I told him, he's like, dude, you're not my boy. You're not my guy, dude. Listen, if you don't have the tampons up your nose after taking a broken one, a slugger, I don't want anything to do with you in MLS. No, I just don't think Brandon Vasquez is it. I don't think that Josh Sargent is it. I think Haji right. If Ballo and Pepe something happens to them, dude, I think it's Haji right up top.
Do you get Haji to try to go for Pulisic when he comes back?
Try to get him to go in for Pulisic?
Yeah, so like Haji's Pulisic's best friend, right? That's the guy who he vouched for.
Yeah. Are you saying get him to come to MLS?
Yeah, when Pulisic wants to come back to MLS, do you get Haji? You know how like LAFC is getting Giroud and Lloris. Do you get Haji to then try to entice, Pulisic to come home?
I don't know. I don't know if we need to be creating some USMNT super team here in MLS. I think that would be the complacency club FC. No, I think Pulisic's gonna do his own thing. I think he'll go where he wants to go, and then Haji, if he comes, I think Haji. Pause, by the way. If Haji does in fact come to MLS, I think it would be because he couldn't get a move to the Premier League.
Mm.
I think that because the championship isn't. I mean, you're splitting hairs with MLS and the championship. So if you can't get that move up to the next league, I think that MLS would make sense. And by the way, we're kicking off in the second half. Inter Miami, LAFC. We will get answers if LAFC can hold on and win, or if Inter Miami can come back for the miraculous 3-1 win over LAFC. Fabi, before I let you go, because I'm sure you got to go and you want to go watch this game. What is your predictions for this game?
Yeah, I think LAFC get another goal in, and I think Miami gets maybe 2, so it's going to be 3-2, and I think LAFC holds it off.
And does MLS or Concacaf, need to get rid of the away rule, the away goal rule?
I kind of like it. It's a little refreshing now that everybody else doesn't do it. I think this is a little refreshing, to be honest.
Well, it does suck a little bit that if Miami, even if they tie it up, that they could still lose.
Yeah, but yesterday when the Galaxy only needed 1 goal, it made it interesting. So,
yeah, but if the Galaxy had tied it up, it would have been nice to see it in extra time. Maybe they could have. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, you can make an argument for both sides, but I think the fact that a lot of Champions Leagues have went away from it tells you that we probably should reconsider it. Yeah, I think it's gonna be an uphill battle. But Favi, appreciate you for coming on. Before I let you go, we are like 8 likes away from 40. Let's get to 40 likes before Fabi leaves. Let's get to 40, man. Every time he's on here, we get to 100. Like the show down below and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we're like 1 away from 6410. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And Fabi, where can the people find your tweets at, especially your KBD news?
KDB. Yeah.
KDB.
No, you're good.
Excuse me. The acronyms, man.
De Bruyne. You can find me on Twitter at Fabian Renkel, or you can find me on Threads. I am Fabian Renkel because I'm a huge Becky G fan. I am Becky G. No, but you can find me out here in the Bay. If you see me at the Quakes game, say hi. But also, yeah, you can find me on socials.
Make sure you give him a check out at Fabian Renkel, and I am Fabian Renkel. Fabi, appreciate you for stopping by, my friend. Hope you have a great night, and we will talk soon.
Take care.
That was Fabian Renkel, my boy. Make sure you check his stuff out. Cringe, a member of the channel. Appreciate you for being a member of the channel, by the way. Says, Will, what a game. Well, we'll see. Hey, it's early. A lot of time to be played. Probably, 43 minutes plus added time. We'll see if Miami's got 2 goals in them. Uwe says Weah is 4th. Yeah, a lot of you seem to agree that Haji is our 3rd option. I mean, if we have to get down to our 3rd option, we're in trouble. Angel says they need a player like Pedri. You talking about the Columbus Crew? We were talking about them earlier. Cringe says, I don't know what the outcome will be, but I hope Miami takes it. I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. I've been told I'm a curse. I'm not going to make any predictions. I'm not going to say what happens. We'll just see what happens. Oh, that was a beautiful pass from Alba to Messi. We'll just see what happens. I mean, there's a lot of time left to be played, and we know what Miami is capable of, and we'll just have to see how it plays out. We will have to see how it plays out. But I will say this: somebody else is going to have to step up because Messi cannot do it by himself. Someone else is going to have to score some goals. Luis Suarez is going to have to find the back of the net. Allende is going to have to find the back of the net. Segovia is going to have to find the back of the net. Somebody else is going to have to find the back of the net. Messi cannot do it all by himself. Ooh, Segovia between Delgado's legs. Miami definitely has looked a lot better since that Messi goal. They have definitely, I would say, dominated this game since then. LAFC were completely dominating this game early on with Bouanga. Wingate has settled in a little bit. Bouanga was just absolutely cooking him in the first half. Honestly, surprised Bouanga doesn't have a goal after what he was doing in the first half. Uwe says, "Is Seattle the GOAT since they're the only one that's won Concacaf Champions Cup?" I mean, they are the only team that's won it in modern times. So that definitely puts them in a different tier when it comes to MLS teams. 2 MLS Cups and a Concacaf Champions Cup within. What a nice tackle by Yannick Bright. Yannick Bright, what a great player considering he came from the Super Draft, right? What a great tackle on Bouanga. I think that Seattle definitely is they have a lot of big wins in the last 10 years in MLS. So yeah, I wouldn't say they're the GOAT club, but I mean they're definitely up there. I mean, they've done a lot. Really stagnated this season so far. They're like 12th place in the West, which is kind of embarrassing, honestly. Uwe says, "Does Miami still have the Scottish winger? Forgot his name." Talking about Lewis Morgan? No, he's been gone. He's been gone for a while. He plays for the Red Bulls. He's been gone for a long time. BJM says, "I don't think Miami is going to score a second goal. At best, penalties, but I think we're going out." Well, I mean, they'd have to score 2 more goals to go to win, and in order for it to go to penalties, at this point, it can't go to penalties. It's impossible for this game to go to penalties because Inter Miami do not have an away goal and LAFC do. So it's impossible for this game to go to penalties now. Or English. Are you talking about Robert Taylor, the Finnish winger? Yeah, Robert Taylor, he still plays in the team. He's just kind of reserved now. He doesn't start. Long gone. Oh, you talking about Lewis Morgan? Yeah, I think you meant Robert Taylor. Taylor, yes, yeah. Robert Taylor. He's a reserve at this point. He's ideally coming off the bench, maybe playing 15, 20 minutes as a super sub at this point. He was good in Leagues Cup, but he really tapered off after that great run in Leagues Cup. Okay, if Miami can get a second goal here in the next couple minutes, and it's 2-1, tied on. Well, it's not tied on aggregate because Miami would have to have a third goal to win. How would we feel about Miami's chances of winning if they can pull one back here in the next couple minutes? Do you feel like Miami has a chance or are going to win this game if they can pull one back here soon? They've been threatening towards the end of the first half, and the beginning of the second half. They've been threatening. Timothy Park says, "I would have kept Campana over Taylor." Yeah, but Campana had better trade value, so it made sense why they got rid of him. They got a good package from the Revolution to move him, so it made sense. why they moved off him. I don't. Has Campana really even done anything for the Revs? I think he's kind of been MIA. That was a terrible giveaway by Segovia. Yellow card by, was it Yannick Bright? Yeah. Be curious to see what kind of second half adjustments Inter Miami make. I would expect to see Kramaski come on. Probably Fafa Pico and probably maybe even Abondo. Abondo, I think, could come on for Suarez because obviously old man legs, right? Definitely could see him coming on in the sometime in the second half. AMH says Miami needs to work outside more. The middle is stuffed. Yeah, they need to do some more crosses. I think need to widen the game. It is the game is definitely more compact right now. They are playing pretty much through the middle. There was one play Messi had where he was outside and he had so much space, like because there's just no one out there. Uh-oh. They need Fafa speed. Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised to see him come on in the second half. Also, too, it's really disappointing that Toto Alvarez has been not what they paid for. $6-7 million for 19-year-old center back from Argentina. Huge disappointment. I thought he was going to take a big step. He's not even starting anymore. He's lost his starting role to Noah Allen. And it's a shame that he hasn't seized the opportunity under Javier Mascherano. Now he's only 20 years old. He still has a chance, but not looking good. I would expect if he can get his starting role back by the summer, I would expect him to probably get a loan move. It looks like someone might be coming in. Yeah, Kramaski. Kramaski is coming in for Yannick Bright. Not surprised with that move. We'll see what happens. See if that can bring some much needed attack help in the final third. We'll see if Kramaski can add a little bit more to the attack. Ooh. Kramaski's another player that's really, I think, stagnated since the Leagues Cup. He has not been nearly as good as he was, like Robert Taylor, since the Leagues Cup. 3 players, Kramaski, Robert Taylor, Drake Callender, all had great Leagues Cups in 2023 and just completely fell off, in my opinion, after the Leagues Cup. Those are 3 players they probably should have moved off of when the price was at its highest. Noah Allen plays for Greece now, right? I think he definitely got a call up. I don't know if he's capped with the Greek national team, but I think that it would be an uphill climb for him to play for the USMNT. I just don't think there's a way he's playing center back for Poch. I think he would have to play fullback, and fullback's kind of already loaded. So I think the only way he would play for the USMNT, well, I just don't think there is a way he'd play for the USMNT. Fullback would be his only position where it's too loaded. He's not playing center back for the USMNT. Still remember those calendar shouts. Shaking my head. Yeah. Luis Suarez flop, it looks like. Oh, sorry. If LAFC score this another goal, it's over. Like there's no coming back from this. If LAFC score a second goal in this match for Miami, they'd have to score 3 unanswered goals. They'd have to win, or they'd have to score 4 goals in total. I mean, I think it's over. Inter Miami honestly need a goal relatively soon in order to have a chance. Oh, what a pass from Tillman. Ooh, good defending by Noah Allen on Under. Mr. Mister says I'd take Suarez off. Yeah, I think they need to put the young, I think Ordaz is his name. Not Ordaz, Ordanya. Obando. That's what it's Obando. They need to put him in, get some fresh legs, get some speed. I would take, if it were me, I would take Suarez off, and I would take probably Ayande off. I would put on Fafa Pico. Get some fresh legs and they can run. Suarez has done nothing all game. I'm starting to wonder about Suarez. I'm starting to wonder if age is catching up with him. I still think he's a good player. I don't think he's bad, but I don't know if he's good enough to start every game still. I think that last year was the season, like his last full-fledged, give it everything I have season where I scored 20 goals. He's only got 1 goal this year in like 6 games. I'm starting to think maybe starting to think the Suarez might be taking a step back. Honestly, I'd put Gressel in over Ben. Gress is great at finish over Ben. I'm over Kromowski. Yeah, maybe, but Kromowski's he can run a little more than Gressel. Gressel doesn't really give you anything in the defense. He does give you a good cross, though. Can't lie about that. Mr. Mister says, yeah, I'd bring on Fafa. Juve says he was already on 1 leg last season. Yeah, I think he's on half a leg now. Suarez. I just don't know how much he has left to give. I mean, he's 38 years old. The fact that he was able to do what he did last year was very, very impressive. But I very seriously doubt Suarez plays in 2026. I think this will be his last year with Miami. Oh no, Alba. He's gonna get a card. Yeah, I think he just got a card. The push on Delgado. Oh, what a pass from Noah Allen. Oh, was that in? Oh my God, they got it. What a pass from Noah Allen. It looks like Redondo. Oh my God, Inter Miami scored 2-2. Miami need 1 more goal. Did Redondo touch that? I can't tell if Redondo touched that. That was definitely, by the way, Jay, that was definitely a foul on Delgado. 100%. He shoved him down. That's definitely a foul. But would the goal count? I think it will. Let's watch this. Good pass from Noah Allen. Dude, Noah Allen has been balling out. Yep. Redondo touched it. Yep. Redondo goal. What a pass from Noah Allen. Noah Allen has been so good in 2025. Noah Allen has been so good for Inter Miami in 2025. That was a foul. I think it will get called off. I don't know. Let's see. What are they saying right now? Let me see what they're saying. I got my volume muted. All right. It's good. It's a goal. Wow. Okay. Inter Miami need 1 more goal. 28 minutes left. Will Inter Miami get the goal to lead the game and advance to the semifinals? We'll see what happens. There's a lot of game left to play. Okay, calm down, Noah Allen. You can't be touching the ref. Let's chill, dude. No need to get a card or get thrown out of the game. Let's chill. Cringe says, "Let's go." Jay says, "Wow, I'm surprised that wasn't called." Cringe says, "Let's go, go, go." Jay says a lot of time left. Yeah, this game, I'm telling you, this anything can happen. Miami 2-1 over LAFC. Need one more goal to win this game. If LAFC score again, Miami would need 2 more goals to win this game in this series. Angel says, let's effing go. I mean, are you guys not entertained? This is so much better than the first leg. So much better than the first leg. This has been, it's not been like an instant classic or anything, but this has been a very, very entertaining game. I think Miami, well, I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to curse anything. We'll just see what happens, but this is definitely getting interesting. Very interesting. Cringe says LAFC is trying to make error a touch, a foul at this point. Side text says, or site 1X says, LAFC were looking shaky in the last 15 minutes of the first half. They are gassed. Yeah, they do look gassed. They definitely look fatigued. And we'll see if they can hold on, but it's not, we'll see. There's still a lot of game left to play. We'll see what happens. Michael Pelly says, Vamos, Inter Miami Club de Football. Angus says, the first leg, I was dozing off. Now, this one's crazy. This one is definitely more entertaining. Jay says, and leave it to LAFC to choke like they do in big games. It's called the Dolo effect. Dolo chokes. Death, taxes, Dolo chokes. Under had a good chance right there. Kicked it right into Starry's hands. Adam says, exactly now, Memento is gone. Yep. No momentum right now for LAFC. Anthony says, has the goalkeeper from Inter gotten 2 saves? Yeah, he definitely has. Uwe says, this is why Galaxy are better. Well, I mean, LA Galaxy have definitely had their struggles this year, but they are the defending champions. And you can't take that away from them yet. Eric says, if LAFC loses, Dolo has to be sacked. Let's just see what happens. I'm not going to say anything. We'll talk about it post game. We'll dive down. We'll dive into this, break it down. But yeah. Jay says Dolo is the opposite of clutch. So he's a choker. He's a choke artist. $25 plus added time. Inter Miami down by 1 goal. They score. They will be officially in the lead. That Miami humidity is different. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely different than the LAFC, than LA, right? Adam says that mentality like Atleti Madrid and Arsenal. Oh! They score. Inter Miami up 3-1. Did Suarez get that? Oh my God. What a choke job. 3-1. Inter Miami over LAFC. Oh my God. Let's see what happened. Let's see the replay on this. Did he get a touch on that? Oh, they're waving the goal off. Never mind. They're waving it off. Let's see the replay on this. Let's see if it was offside. I'm going to lose my voice by the end of this game. I'm telling you right now. Let's watch the replay. They're not going to show us the replay? How do you not show a replay on a goal? All right, let's see. Here we go. All right, Messi's got the ball. I don't know. I think he was onside. It looked like does the elbow still counts, right? If the elbow counts, I always get confused the leg and the elbow. If the elbow counts, Marlon kept him onside. He's on. I think he's on. I think Marlon's elbow kept him on. I think Marlon's elbow kept him on. What do you guys think? Was that onside or offside? I think he was onside. That elbow was. Does the elbow? I get so confused. They always change the onside and offside rules. Does the elbow count or does it have to be your foot? Okay, they're checking. I think it was onside. Humberto says, "Yeah, they're it's officially offside." Second goal called off by the refs tonight from Miami. He looked like he was onside by me, or to me, he looked like that, but I they always change the offside rules. I mean, the elbow definitely would have kept him on, but I don't know if that's good enough. I think it might have to be your feet. Mr. said, "What a ball by Messi." Messi's still top 3 in the world. Tell you what, though, LAFC is playing shook right now. They are absolutely shook. Cringe is on side. Mr. said he looked on side to me. LAFC is just hanging on. You can see it. They're tired. Uwe says, why doesn't he look at himself? Oh, look at himself. I don't know. Michael Pelly says, what if Giroud comes on and gets the clinching goal? How ironic would that be? That would definitely be interesting. Does VAR not exist in CC? Yeah, it does. I think they had their assistant refs look at it and they said that it wasn't anything worth looking at, which is crazy, right? Oh, dude, he was definitely on side. I think he was on side. Oh my god, dude, Hollingshead kept him on side too. Holy, listen, I'm gonna show you this picture. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna pull this picture up quick. I want you guys to see this. Sorry if it's a little small, but I want to show you this real quick. Tell me if you guys can see that. Look at this. Look at Ryan Hollingshead. He's totally on side. Do you see this? Does that not look like it's on side? It looks like Marlon's elbow kept him on side. It looks like Ryan Hollingshead also kept him on side. That's crazy. That is so on side. I mean, two guys arguably keeping him on side. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see if that's the deciding goal that put them on top. But he definitely looked like he was on side to me. Someone in my comment section on Twitter said Ronaldo paid the refs. He's got the money to. I don't think that's the case though. That is crazy. How the hell was that not a goal? How was that not a goal? Anu says, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, Will. Anu, appreciate you for stopping by. Hopefully you just saw that absolute blown call of offside by the refs. Luis Suarez was definitely onside. They called him offside and wiped off the goal that would have put Miami in the lead. Cringe says, if we all send this picture to the Concacaf Champions Cup, do you think we will we can make a claim? Maybe. I can't remember what team was it? Was it Madrid? No, it wasn't Madrid. It was Atletico Madrid. Some team was suing the Champions League. Oh, that was close. Getting close. It's gonna go down the wire this game. Timothy Park says, looks onside to me, though. I mean, it's definitely on. There's no question that was onside. I think that was 100% onside. Hollingshead has already got a yellow. Is that going to be a second yellow? Let's see. Oh, he didn't even get the ball. Enu says, not my problem. I don't like Inter. Yeah, I figured you probably didn't, honestly. I can tell. I can see the Josef Martinez and Miguel Almiron picture. Definitely, I can tell you're probably definitely pulling for LAFC tonight. Well, we'll see. I mean, they're in the driver's seat right now. Anything can happen. These officials are whack. Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. That's just blatant. These refs are ass. I'm not gonna lie. We'll see if they're still able to score, though. Low pass from Alba. Oh, good slide. Good takeaway from Cello. Oh, they're threatening. This is going to be an interesting final to the game. I'm telling you, this is going to be crazy. Uwe says, I'm an LAFC hater. I mean, I really don't. I don't care who wins this game, but like I said, LAFC don't have I just don't think they have a chance. Yeah, that was definitely a foul. Okay, we are 15 minutes left in regular time plus added time. Do you think Inter Miami are going to pull off the comeback and win this game? Will Miami come back and beat LAFC? They need one goal to beat LAFC. And it looks like Eddie Segura just came on for Under. Looks like LAFC will officially be parking the bus. I don't like that strategy because if Inter Miami score, you're screwed. Will Inter Miami come back and beat LAFC in this game? Let me know. Uwe says, it's a good day when LAFC loses. You must have had a good weekend then. And they lost to Houston. Jay says, LAFC and Miami are the two most disliked teams, but Miami winning is better for the league. Let Dolo cook. You mean let Dolo choke? Eric says, yes, Miami wins. Oh, just wide. Allende. Timothy Messi will score. He is inevitable. Dude, Noah Allen has been balling his ass off. Noah Allen looks so good in this game. Allende just wide. Michael says, yes, Messi wins with a PK. I don't know about that. Jay says, Miami are on the doorstep. Uwe says, I'm only rooting for Miami because I'm a Galaxy fan. Yeah, man, I don't blame you. I'm sure that LAFC fans were rooting against the Galaxy to lose to Tigres, so I don't blame you. 60 people watching live. Make sure you like the video down below. We're 3 away from 40. Let's hit 40. We're so close. And also make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new and you haven't already. And hit the little bell notification so you never miss any of my videos or any of my live streams. Hell of a night. Great game. Glad I got back in town tonight, by the way. Long drive from DC yesterday. Glad I got back in time to watch this game with you guys. It's been a great, great game. Great game. Way better than the last one. Keanu says, poor ref. Michael says, Giroud will come on and score 5 goals. It'd be a first. Jay says, Giroud would be lucky to get a touch. Yeah, right? I think he'd be lucky to see the field. God, what a pass by Noah Allen with these. Oh, Michael says only want Miami to win because I think they have the best chance for MLS. Unless LAFC can sign Pogba, which I don't think that's going to happen. And even if they did, he wouldn't be playing in the Champions Cup. Angus says I'm pretty indifferent about this match. I do enjoy a good match despite who I root for. Yeah, of course. That's the goal. Like, even if you don't want either of these teams to win, hopefully we get to a point where two teams, regardless of who they are, you can watch and just enjoy it because it's a good quality match. That's how I try to watch every game because I'm not a fan of any team. Uwe says those lofted balls are chef's kiss. Yeah, he's been balling out tonight. Fafa Pico, they say, is about to come on. They need the speed. Jordan says, tired of Inter Fort Lauderdale. I think LAFC has a good shot at winning. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, close. I think Suarez needs to come off. He's gassed. I think LFC has a good shot at winning the tournament if they can hold Fort Lauderdale off. I don't think they have a chance. Honestly, I don't think they have a chance. They just don't have the firepower this year to beat these Liga MX teams. $10 minutes left, plus added time. Probably 5 minutes of added time. I mean, that onside or that offside call was probably 5 minutes of wasted time. I'd say there's at least going to be 5 minutes of added time in this game. Masoik says, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Inter Miami might be getting robbed. I think they are. I mean, that I showed that earlier, but that was Luis Suarez was 100% onside. I think Marlon kept him onside, and I think that Ryan Hollingshead kept him onside. Mr. Mister said LA just looks exhausted. Yeah, they look like the worst of the two teams. We'll see what happens. Jay says Miami should have 3 right now. Yeah, I mean, honestly, they might should have 4 right now. Jordan says Vancouver has a good chance against Pumas. I hope so. If I had a voice after this game, I would do another watch along for that game, but I don't think I'd have 2 in me. Jay says they were robbed on that offside call. Yep, I agree. Uwe says, F it, guys. I'm coming in for Miami, taking matters in my own hands. You coming on for Suarez or? Rando says, were Miami robbed a goal? 100%. Yeah, they called a bogus offside. Suarez was onside with 2 people. Marlon and Hollingshead kept him onside. What was that, a handball? Let's see the replay on that. They're gonna see if it was a handball. Let's see. And maybe the Messi penalty. The guy, I don't remember who it was, but maybe someone spoke that Messi PK into existence. Let's see. All right, here we go. Oh God, yeah, Marlon, that was a handball. Oh my God, that was a handball. Holy shit, that was his right arm. Dude, how crazy would that be if Marlon had 2 goals? That was definitely a handball, Marlon. Did you guys see that? That was definitely that was clearly a handball. That is clearly a handball. If they don't call this, oh my God, that was his forearm. Go on the monitor. All right, here we go. I'm taking a picture of this real quick. Give me a second. That is 100% a handball. Let me get a picture of this. I'm posting this on Twitter real quick. Okay, post this real quick. All right, guys, I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show this real quick. We got to do every controversial play they have. We have to share it. We have to post it. All right, here I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna share this with you real quick and see what you guys think. Let's see. Did I post? Okay, here we go. All right, I'm pulling it up right now. You guys tell me. You guys tell me. Is this a handball? Does that look like a handball to you? Oh, penalty. Who called this? Who said? Somebody said a minute ago that they thought that Messi was going to seal the deal, was going to win it on a penalty from Messi. But honestly, guys, like I said, the ball don't lie. That should have been a goal with Luis Suarez a minute ago. Messi gets a chance to get his brace and put Inter Miami on top to win. And I said, if they're going to win this game, somebody's going to have to score. Messi's going to have have 2 goal contributions. This would be his second goal of the game if he's able to convert it. Let's see if Messi can convert this goal on Hugo Lloris. Yep, he does. Miami up 3-1. Wow. To put Miami back on top, or to put them on top at all. Wow. Messi take a bow. Timothy Park goal. Anu says easy. Rando says, and Messi converts the goal against Lloris. Mr. says, justice done. Jaden says, Neymar penalty technique. Hashman says, laugh LMAO, easy comeback for Inter Miami. Mr. Cap says, now we got to defend. Yep. But here's the problem. I said this earlier. Dolo took off Under to put Segura on because he was going to park the bus. When you do that, put all your eggs in that basket of parking the bus, and the other team scores a goal on you, you are screwed. You're screwed. Who's going to score for them now? They have a defensive lineup now. Jordan says, LAFC should have tried to go up 2-0 in the first leg. Yeah. They were trying to make 2 defensive substitutions. They weren't allowed to do it. Man, the refs in this game are just absolute shite. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Oh, oh God. Suarez was trying the bicycle. That wasn't even close. PK was my call. Yeah, Mike, you did call it, Michael. That was good. Good call. Lujan and Aviles is coming in. Jay says the Dolo prophecy has been completed. The choke job. Jordan says otherwise they would still be winning on the aggregate. Oh, LFC. Okay, yeah, I agree. If they'd score 2 games or 2-0, they'd be good. Soccer Day says I love you, Miami. Uwe says Simone type management. Keanu says finally a good call by the ref. Michael says Giroud would have won this game. He would have scored a hat trick. I don't know about that. Oh, Giroud is coming on. Giroud coming on for LAFC, and it looks like is it? It's not. Is it Thor? Or not Thor? Odin or Holm? I can't remember. He's Scandinavian. I can't remember if it's Odin or Thor. I always get confused on which one he is. 7 Dolo right for trying to be a dollar store Mourinho. Right? Serves him. I get yes, exactly. Serves him right. I agree 100%, Mister. Rando says Messi with the winner for sure, but don't count out Miami defense for choking it. We'll have to, hey, listen, this game is not over. There's still 3 minutes plus stoppage time. Cali Rex says, so does this go to penalties? No, there is no way for this game to go to penalties because of the away goal. Miami does not have an away goal, and LAFC do. This game cannot go to penalties no matter what the score is. It's going to be a winner. Like, if it holds right now, Miami wins. There's no way to tie this and go to extra time or penalties. It is winner. It's going to be won in regulation. Ordas coming off. Anu says, I don't know about Giroud. I mean, he hasn't done anything this year for them. There's still plenty of time. Oh, Bong almost scored. Who? I think Ostari's hurt. Let's see what happens. Did Ustari get a hand on it? Oh, he did. He did save it. Oh, what a save by Ustari. What a save by Ustari. Just saved the game for Inter Miami. Just saved the game for Inter Miami. Oh, right into Ustari's hands. Hollingshead header from Bouanga. Guys, this game is crazy. Less than 2 minutes left, plus stoppage time. Who is going to win? Inter Miami currently on pace to advance to the semifinals of the Concacaf Champions Cup. I'm literally about to lose my voice. I was already holding on for dear life for my voice, but I'm about to lose my voice. I'm gonna have to take. I might not even be able to release a video tomorrow because my voice is just absolutely cooked. Oh, that's a foul. That's a big time foul. Oh, it's getting chippy. Oh, it's getting chippy. Marlon and Jordi Alba. Let's go. Oh, Falcone. Punches are being thrown. Let's not get a red card. Let's not get stupid here. We're not trying to, we don't need any, regardless of what team wins, we don't need people missing time in the next game. Wow. Who's a better bodyguard, Jordi Alba or Messi's actual bodyguard? Yeah, that was a crazy foul. Champions. Wow. What a comeback. 6 minutes of added time. Oh my God, what a bad giveaway. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, what a bad miss by Bouanga. Did he save it? I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a save. Drake Callender would not have saved that. Drake Callender would not have saved that. Good Lord, Miami keeper with the yeah. He's balling out. Ustari. Less than 5 minutes left. What a save by Ustari. What a save by Ustari. Oh. Uh-oh. Suarez and Messi. Nope, that was too heavy of a pass by Suarez. Oh, what a good slide tackle. That's not a foul. Is that a foul? You guys gonna say that looked clean to me. God, this game is so sluggish. This is oh, is no Allen okay? Ooh. Did you see Declan Rice's free kick goals? Of course, yeah. Ooh, on the Achilles. Oh, that was a bad foul by Segura. That was a really bad foul by Segura. Hey guys, we are 70 people in the chat right now. We're only 4 likes away from 50. Let's hit 50 before this game ends. Only 5 or 4 likes away. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A lot of content coming out, especially Concacaf Champions Cup. You don't want to miss. Subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss any of this content, because this is, there's going to be several other games. Looks like MLS is likely to make it to the final or have a representative in the final of the Concacaf Champions Cup. So a lot of stuff coming up. Tommy says pins if Miami concede another. No, if Miami concedes, it's over. LAFC wins. There cannot be penalties in this game. There will be a winner after the 90 minutes plus stoppage time. Danny says should have bet 1,000 on Miami. I was not confident, so I put $50 on. AMH says, can these two teams play in a 7-game series? They're already trying to do a 3-game series in MLS. It's already too much. This game, I don't know about you guys. This game is giving me some anxiety. Timothy says, props everybody for leaving everything on the field. Yeah, definitely. Tommy says, bend it like Declan. That sounds better than bend it like Beckham, to be honest. BJM says, done. Ashton Wolf says 2 likes away. Juve says, you think this is the start of a rivalry? Possibly. They just don't play. They don't play enough. Oh, it's getting chippy. Mr. this game has been quality. Why I like CONCACAF. CONCACAF is the best tournament in the entire region. It's not even close. Better than Leagues Cup. It's better than MLS Cup. It's the biggest trophy, the best competition, and it's not even close. Who they got coming on? Suarez coming off for Fafa Pico. BJM says, I hate the best of 3. We all hate it. It's too much. Should be 2 legs. Aston says, same. This best game of the night. Yep. Hopefully Vancouver can seal the deal against Pumas. Less than 1 minute left. Does LAFC have one left in them? Allen clears it. Messi on an island. Oh, Tillman beat. Oh. Tommy says, haha. Jordan says, just saw Romeo Beckham in the field suit. Uwe says, this is an actual tournament unlike Leagues Cup. 100%. This is the biggest trophy in the entire region, and it's not even close. Need Vancouver to win, so it's all MLS. Yeah, Vancouver wins, guys. MLS will be in the final. Either be Miami or Vancouver. So need Vancouver to seal the deal tonight to guarantee MLS in the final of the Concacaf Champions Cup. Kyle says, nah, Leagues Cup is also great fun. The teams are a lot more balanced. Yeah, but it's not fair. It's not fair to have the whole tournament played in the U.S. If it was in Mexico, it would be a lot more. Okay, last chance. See if LAFC can score here. Cleared. There it is. Inter Miami has beaten LAFC. A miraculous comeback. Javier Mascherano and Jorge Mas celebrating. What a comeback for Inter Miami to win this game. What a comeback for Inter Miami to win this game. Inter Miami will be playing in the semifinals of the Concacaf Champions Cup, advancing to the furthest they've ever made in the tournament. They only made it to the quarterfinals last year, lost to Monterrey in the quarterfinals. They advance. And by the way, what a choke job by Dolo. What a choke job by Dolo. He had one job, the easiest position, up 2-0, and he chokes it. He chokes it. Dolo is the biggest choke artist in MLS history. Biggest choke artist in MLS history, up 2-0. Miami has to score 3 unanswered goals to win this series, and they do it because Dolo is a choke artist. I hope you guys are entertained by this. This has been a hell of a night. Hell of a night. By the way, we're 7 likes from 60. Can we get to 60 before this ends? We're going to go a couple more minutes, talk about this. Let's hit 60 likes. Like it down below, share with a friend. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've got 72 of you in right now. Let's get 60 likes. We're 7 away. And subscribe to the channel so you never miss any of my videos. Guys, Inter Miami do the unthinkable. They're down 2-0 in this game. Their backs are against the wall, and they come back and they beat LAFC. They had to have 3 unanswered goals, and they have kind of hit a wall recently where they haven't been able to score, and they've kind of staggered a little bit, right? But they were able to get it done. I didn't want to do the commentator curse or whatever because I wanted to see an interesting game. But we know Inter Miami are capable of scoring a plethora of goals, and they do that. They scored 3 goals with ease. Probably could have scored more if you saw the onside or offside call on the Suarez goal, but they are the best team in this region. I think you saw that tonight, and I think that they have to be the favorites right now to win the Concacaf Champions Cup. They're going to make it to the semifinals. They're going to play the winner of Vancouver and Pumas. They should be able to beat either one of those teams, and then they will play the winner of Cruz Azul and Tigres. And Inter Miami are on a mission this year. I don't think they would have won this game last year. They didn't win this game last year, but if you took the team last year, put them in this position this year, they probably would have choked this game away. So this is different. It feels like this is their year. We will see what happens, but I believe the Inter Miami are the favorites to win the Concacaf Champions Cup in 2025. I've been saying this. I still believe this. They came back and won a difficult series with their back against the wall. And it's going to be very interesting. And Uwe says, who hosts the final? Club America would have hosted it if they won. I'll have to go back and look. I want to say Miami would if they make it, but I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. We'll have to see. But guys, what a hell of a night. Hell of a night. Absolutely exciting. I hope you guys were entertained. We will be back for the next legs of Miami versus the winner of Vancouver and Pumas. We will be on for that. So hopefully you guys will join me for that. Also hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my other MLS videos. And make sure you like this if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate you guys for tuning in with me. Hope you guys have a great night. Let's hope Vancouver wins this game and get that all MLS Cup semifinal or all MLS semifinal, so an MLS team is guaranteed to make the final. Hope you guys have a great night. Until next time, I will see you all soon.